Education. Timeline: 1951, first census of independent India. India's literacy level 17%. 1971, India's literacy level 34%. 1981, India's literacy level 43%. 1991, India's literacy level 52%. Kerala's literacy rate 100%. 2001, India's literacy level 64%. 2011, India's literacy level 74%. Objectives of education: securing and strengthening of democracy, modernizing of education, education and productivity, social and national integration, nurture social, moral and spiritual values. In this chapter, we shall review the main stages and schemes in the development of the educational system in India. We shall take into consideration primary, secondary, as well as higher education, and besides, research institutes in some representative areas. This will give us an idea of the educational system throughout the country. The first census of independent India in 1951 revealed the extreme complexity and intractability of the educational issues in the country. In the first census, the literacy level was 17%. Primary education. Primary education refers to the schooling given to children in the 6 to 14-year age group. In 1988, the central government started a scheme for the spread of primary education and to improve educational standards. It is known as Operation Blackboard. The government made funds available to help improve the standard of the schools and to fulfill minimal educational needs, such as at least 2 proper classrooms, toilets, one of the 2 teachers to be female, a blackboard, maps, laboratory apparatus, a small library, a playground, sports equipment, etc. This scheme helped the primary education system to gain some momentum. In 1994, this scheme was expanded and provision was made for 1 additional classroom and for appointing 1 more teacher in schools with an enrollment of more than 100 students. With priority given to girls, schools with a majority of scheduled caste and tribe students, and school in rural areas, it was also made binding upon the state government to appoint female teachers to 50% of the posts in schools. Again, in 1994, the District Primary Education Program, DPEP, was started with the objective of universalization of primary education. It was implemented in 7 states, including Maharashtra. The plan envisaged 100% attendance in primary schools, arresting students' dropout, education for girls and for the physically handicapped. It included programs such as research on and evaluation of primary education, alternative education, creating societal awareness, etc. The midday meal scheme was started in 1995 to provide proper nourishment for students. Secondary education. After independence, Education Minister Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad decided to bring about fundamental changes in the field of education. The University Education Commission was set up for this purpose. This commission recommended the appointment of a separate commission for secondary education. Accordingly, in 1952-53, the Mudaliar Commission was appointed. At that time, the pattern of education consisted of 11 plus 4 years of the first degree and or of 11 plus 1 plus 3 years. The work of the Commission. The Commission studied secondary education, the nature of the curriculum, medium of instruction, teaching methodology, and made certain recommendations. This Commission proposed the concept of higher secondary education. However, it was found difficult to implement it all over the country. The Kothari Commission. In 1964, a commission was appointed under the chairmanship of Dr. D. S. Kothari. Dr. J. P. Nayak made valuable contributions to the work of this commission. The commission also recommended the 10+2+3 pattern for secondary, higher secondary and university education. This system was implemented from 1972. The Commission also suggested a uniform national system of education, the inclusion of the mother tongue, Hindi and English in education, as well as continuing education, adult education, education by correspondence and open universities to make education trickle down to the lowest rungs of society. It also recommended increased provision in the government's budget for expenditure on education of neglected sections like the scheduled castes and tribes. Maharashtra government adopted the 10+2+3 pattern in 1972 and conducted the first standard 10th board exam in 1975. Higher education. Education in the post-independence era. After independence, in 1948, the central government appointed the University Education Commission, whose chairman was Dr. Sarvapillai Radhakrishnan. Its functions included financial grants, the standard of the universities, and their coordination. Method of functioning. The Commission accepted the 5-year plans method. It began to sanction and disburse grants to the universities on behalf of the government. The Commission undertakes planning of university education, coordination of syllabi, giving primacy to national needs through education, and the planning and implementation of various schemes of higher education. National Council of Education Research and Training, NCERT. This body was established in Delhi on the 1st of September 1961. Its main objective is to help the central government in matters of school education in the context of a comprehensive policy and in implementing educational schemes. The NCERT was given the responsibility of educational research and development, training, extension, educational programs, restructuring of school curriculum, and textbooks. It has played a central role in designing school curriculum and textbooks. With the cooperation of the Central Board of Secondary Education, CBSE, it provides guidance and cooperation in the area of primary and secondary education to the state governments. It has been involved in designing workbooks and handbooks for teachers in teacher training, in developing teaching learning techniques, and conducting talent search examinations at the national level. The Maharashtra State Council of Educational Research and Training was established in Pune. This institute performs various functions such as improving the standard of primary education, in-service training of teachers, training in the areas of syllabi and evaluation, vocational guidance for students after Standard 10th and Standard 12th exams, and other educational functions. The institute is known as the Academic Authority. It brings out a periodical called Jeevan Shikshan, National Policy on Education, 1986. According to this policy, certain changes of a fundamental nature was brought about in primary, secondary and higher secondary education in keeping with the changing needs of society. Under this policy, a common core curriculum was framed for all states. The expectation is that by this means all students in India will get equal educational opportunity. There is scope in the national curriculum for individual states to bring in flexibility in accordance with their cultural, geographical and historical needs. The Primary Education Curriculum 1988 was prepared on the basis of the Plan of Action designed at the national level for the effective implementation of the National Policy on Education 1986. Use of satellite. In 1975, India met with success in its attempt to use a satellite for the purpose of education. Eknath Chitnis, a scientist with ISRO, played an important role in it. Satellite instructional television experiment was undertaken for educational purposes under the leadership of the Space Applications Center at Ahmedabad. The concept of satellite education came out of this experiment. America had helped India in this program. The program helped to make provisions for a good standard of education in rural areas. Indira Gandhi National Open University, IGNOU. This open university was established with the objective that the stream of education should make its way into very average household of the country. The United Nations had declared 1970 as the International Education Year. In the same year, a seminar was organized in New Delhi on the subject of Open University by the Government of India Departments of Education and Social Welfare, Information and Broadcasting, University Grants Commission along with UNESCO. The idea of establishing an open university evolved in this seminar. In 1974, the government appointed a committee under the chairmanship of P. Parthasarathi, and the Open University took shape on 20th September 1985 in accordance with its recommendations and suggestions. It was named after Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. Those who are unable to get a college education in the formal way are given concessions in eligibility criteria, age, and other conditions for admission to this university. In 1990, the IGNOU started an audio-visual distance education program through Akashvani and Doordarshan. It conducted more than 1,000 curricula for various branches. It provides facilities for education through 58 training centers in the country and 41 centers in foreign countries. Research Institute, Science. In the post-independence period in 1950, the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, was established with the objective to promote scientific research in the country and to take the benefits of the research to all the people. Research began in fields like physics, chemistry, pharmaceuticals, food processing, and mining. In order that industry benefits from this research, contracts were signed with industrial institutes that helped to reduce our imports and save foreign currency. The achievements of the CSIR include making the ink used for marking voters' fingers during elections, medicines for malaria, elephantiasis and tuberculosis, water purification technology, reduction in the time required for bamboo production. It also used DNA fingerprinting for the first time in India, conducted a genetic study of the Adivasis of the Andamans and proved that those tribes are 60,000 years old, and developed the earthquake early warning system. Mathematics. The National Institute for Research in Mathematical and Physical Science in Tamil Nadu was established in 1962. It encouraged the highest level of research in mathematics. Computers. In 1969, we made the first indigenous computer named Isiju, ISIJU, Isiju computer, as this was achieved by the Indian Statistical Institute and Jadavpur University working together. In 1974, Tata Consultancy Services, TCS, obtained an American contract in the area of software production, and that was the beginning of the software industry in India. Computer also helped to step up the speed of scientific research. In 1987, America refused to allow India to get a supercomputer. The Rajiv Gandhi government decided to develop a supercomputer indigenously. In 1988, the central government established the Center for Development for Advanced Computing, CDAC, in Pune, and in 1991, the center, under the leadership of Dr. Vijay Bhatkar, developed the Param 8000 supercomputer. Bhabha Atomic Research Center, BARC. This institute has conducted valuable research in the fields of nuclear physics, solid-state physics, spectroscopy, chemical and life sciences. It also started a school to train scientists for setting up nuclear reactors. Engineering. Indian Institute of Technology. India's first IIT was set up at Kharagpur in West Bengal in 1951. The objective of the institute was that higher and advanced education in all branches of engineering should be available in India and meet the country's needs. The engineering colleges at Powai, Chennai, Kanpur and New Delhi were converted into IITs. The Soviet Union, America, Germany and the UNESCO all extended help to set up these institutes. The IIT in India were given the status of deemed universities, and B.Tech and M.Tech courses were started there. Admission through entrance exams, nominal fees and reservations for students are the special features of the IIT institutions. In the decade from 1970 to 1980, a large number of IIT students began to leave for foreign countries, causing the brain drain crisis. However, this situation changed after 1990. IITs were also established at Guwahati, Assam in 1994 and in Roorkee 2001. Indian Institute of Management. As high-quality engineers were graduating from the IITs, the centre and the Gujarat government started the Indian Institute of Management to mould skilled managers. Harvard Business School in America helped to set up IIM Ahmedabad. Other IIMs have been set up at Kolkata, Bengaluru, Lucknow, Kozhikode, Indore and Shillong. National Institute of Design. The institute was established in Ahmedabad in 1961 for the purpose of imparting training in industrial design. Courses in the basic design, graphic design, product design and visual communication was started in 1963-64. The work done by the institute includes designing of the transistor radio and the calculator and the logos of Indian Airlines and the State Bank of India. Research institutes, medicine. In the post-independence period, 1949, the Indian Council for Medical Research, ICMR, was established for conducting research in the medical field. It was given the responsibility of cooperating with universities, medical colleges, government and non-government research institutes, and given them guidance and financial support for research activities. 26 centers were started in different parts of the country for research on various diseases. Their research has made it possible to control tuberculosis and leprosy. The All India Institute of Medical Sciences, AIIMS, was established to give further impetus to advance education and research in medicine. It was given the responsibility of undergraduate and postgraduate courses in medicine. Colleges for undergraduate and postgraduate education in most branches of medicine. Good research facilities and well-equipped hospitals are the significant features of this institute. The institute also provides medical treatment to the common people at nominal rates. It has established special colleges for training in nursing and super specialty centers for treatment of disorders of the heart, brain and eyes. Cancer research. The Advanced Center for Treatment, Research and Education in Cancer is a branch of the Tata Memorial Centre. It functions as the National Centre for Treatment, research and education in relation to cancer. Research institutes. Agriculture. In India, research in agriculture has begun as early as 1905. The Indian Agriculture Research Institute was given the status of a university in 1958, and work began in departments such as development of the agriculture sector, research, well-equipped laboratories, soil science, agricultural sciences, economic botany, and other departments. Research also began on wheat, pulses, oilseeds, vegetables, and many other problems. Its most significant achievement is the fundamental research it has conducted on the methods of taking multiple crops in a year, which has been of great benefit to farmers. The institute maintains a library at its head office in Delhi, which is the biggest agriculture-related library in the country. Summary. You have learned that primary education refers to the schooling given to the children in the 6 to 14-year age group. In 1994, the District Primary Education Program DPEP was started with the objective of universalization of primary education. The midday meal scheme was started in 1995 to provide proper nourishment for students. The Kothari Commission also recommended the 10+2+3 pattern for secondary, higher secondary, and university education. After independence in 1948, the central government appointed the University Education Commission, whose chairman was Dr. Sarvapillai Radhakrishnan. National Council of Education Research and Training, NCERT. Main objective is to help the central government in matters of school education in the context of a comprehensive policy and in implementing educational schemes. In 1975, India met with success in its attempt to use a satellite for the purpose of education. Eknath Chitnis, a scientist with ISRO, played an important role in it. SITE, Satellite Instructional Television Experiment, was undertaken for educational purposes under the leadership of the Space Applications Center at Ahmedabad. Indira Gandhi National Open University, IGNOU, was established with the objective that the stream of education should make its way into very average household of the country. In the post-independence period, in 1950, the Central Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, was established with the objective to promote scientific research in the country and to take the benefits of the research to all the people. The National Institute for Research in the Mathematical and Physical Sciences in Tamil Nadu was established in 1962. Bhabha Atomic Research Center, BARC, has conducted valuable research in the field of nuclear physics, solid-state physics, spectroscopy, and chemical and life sciences. In the post-independence period, in 1949, the Indian Council for Medical Research, ICMR, was established for conducting research in the medical field.